So stepping into the espresso kitchen once again for another delicious recipe. And in my opinion, no single dish is more suited for watching sport on TV than ribs. I'm sure most of you will agree with me. The stickier, the better, in my opinion. And Moira is here to give us her twist on a delicious recipe. Moira, lovely to have you in studio. Things are sizzling away already. We've got some beautiful, sticky-looking ribs on that side.
We have, and I'm going to show you how to make them.
Oh, let's
so I'm
make
hoping
it.
you'll make them this weekend for your family.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so short rib is very understated at the moment. It's become a new type of meat, and it's been around for years. They're just making it a little bit fatter. So we're using short ribs. It's much easier to hold and eat.
You get a good chunk of meat.
Yes,
of from
course.
a rib. That's
of
what
course.
we want.
You don't want just bone. All right, but we're going to serve this on mash, and a really rustic mash. So we're going to show you how to make that first. But again, these ribs can be eaten on their own, watching TV with the boys and things like that.
Mash is an add-on.
And
if you really want to go all out.
All right, so let's do the mash. This is a bean mash, but we put veggies in it. So it's kind of hiding the veggies for those kids and adults that don't want to eat their veg.
I love it as a kids and adults.
All right, so we've got orange sweet potato and butternut that we've just cooked. We've boiled in some stock.
Okay.
You boil it in stock so you got that extra flavour.
Yes.
We've drained out the excess liquid. We've put it into a pan.
All
We're
right.
going to add in some butter.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
And then we're going to add in, let's add in some basil. Just some fresh chopped basil. I love this type of mash. It's very rustic and it's full of flavour and really delicious.
It's different, because normally when you talk about mash, you only think one direction. You know,
of course,
potatoes.
potatoes.
And that's it.
And this is a good carb.
This is a good carb.
I call this good carbs. All right, so we're going to add in the coup butter beans, and obviously we've just drained them.
Yep.
And we're going to add in sugar beans. Now you can use any of the beans. So the kidney beans are really nice from coup. I'm using sugar beans. Lots of nutrition in them. And you just bring that up to the heat. And we're going to add in some more herbs to give it some colour. Some black pepper. And then obviously some salt.
It's the sugar beans that got you.
All right, and then we're going to put in a squeeze of lemon juice. The lemon juice just pops out all those herb flavours and just brings all the flavours together. And I really just love it. And that's really it. So then I'm going to give you the big muscle, you know, the man with the big muscles.
And start mashing it.
And start mashing it. And again, you don't want to do it till it's smooth. You just want to mash it so it's rustic and it all comes together.
Okay, so basically just as a little press.
That's it.
That's it. So make sure you just get most of it.
Correct. And you can add in more vegetables, and that's really it. And then I've got one on the left-hand side that's already done that we'll show the viewers.
All right, so that's the mash done.
So that's the mash done. So let's move over. I want to show you the marinade for the sticky ribs.
Perfect.
All right. So what we're using is the coup apricot halves.
Okay.
And we've just pureed it. This adds a really nice fruity dimension to and sweet and tartness to the marinade.
That's an interesting one. I like
it's really lovely to be used in the marinade. And then we add in the tomato paste.
All right.
Okay, and again, just to add in some colour and the tomato-ness without adding excess liquid.
Yes.
We're adding, I'm going to give you the spoon.
Let me give it a good mix for you.
All right. This is sweet chilli sauce. And again, if you just add in some sugar if you don't have sweet chilli sauce.
Yeah.
And then some balsamic vinegar, just be careful there. There we go. Some oil.
Oh, this is a very, very awesome and different marinade.
Let me just use this. This is honey. Okay.
And that's going to cause that stickiness to it, eh?
Correct. And then lastly is some English mustard. And that just puts a bit of a bite in. Look, if you're wanting some chilli, you add some red chopped chilli to it.
Yeah.
But that's really your marinade.
And look at that, beautiful.
It's lovely. It's really lovely. And obviously, you put some salt in as you're cooking.
Yes.
So what you do is you take your short ribs and you par cook them because you want them nice and tender. And if you marinate it too quickly and you're in the oven, the sugar caramelizes and it burns.
Yes.
So you don't want that.
So you want to make sure that they are done,
Correct.
So also tender.
Correct. And I've par cooked them. And then what I would do is just put it into the marinade.
All right, and just give it a good stir around.
Yeah, and then just a bit of a stir around, and then you put it back into your oven dish, and this goes into the oven, and you basically slow roast it.
And look, I love the colour on these ribs. I mean, just the colour alone makes it look so delicious.
And then you would put this into the oven, slow roast, and then baste it during the process, and eventually you'll get it nice and sticky like that.
Or you can do it on the braai.
You could do it on the braai, and that would be really lovely. The nice char grill on it would be delicious.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that is it. And then you serve it with a mash.
And you serve it with a mash or on its own.
All right, well, we're going to dish it out in just a second. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, very easy. The keyword this morning, coup to 33728, SMS that, and we'll send you the shopping list. We'll also add a link to the recipe that you can go follow. SMSs do cost R1.50, but here's another look at how we made them.
Mix tomato paste, honey, soy sauce, mustard, apricots, oil, sweet chili sauce and seasoning. Pour over the ribs and allow to marinate for 30 minutes. Roast the ribs for 50 minutes, brushing with the marinade. Cook butternut and sweet potatoes in chicken stock. Mix cooked butternut and sweet potatoes with butter, butter beans, sugar beans, coriander and basil. Mash roughly and season with salt, pepper and lemon juice. For the full recipe, visit the Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword KOO to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply.
And there you have it. In no time, you'll have a very unique mash and homemade ribs. Absolutely mouth-watering. That keyword this morning, KOO. SMS that to 33728, and you could be making this. Why not even today or tonight? All right.
Look
so
how
you're just finishing it off?
is. I'm just finishing off. I've put in the mash in the bowl with the short ribs on top and then just a little bit of herbs on the top. And that's a lovely, delicious meal.
That looks phenomenal.
It does, doesn't it? I can see you biting into this meat very quickly.
I cannot wait to make this myself as well, and of course to try it out this morning. But once again, that keyword is KOO to 33728. But we're asking you, if you have a sticky rib basting sauce, why not share it with us? You can do so at food@expressoshow.com. We'd always love to try out and also hear your food suggestions.
Only the best cooks serve KOO because they know it's carefully grown and made with meticulous attention. So when you serve KOO, you can trust you're serving only the best.